Hey guys, how you doing? Snaztastic back again, and I've been tagged by Eterniaboy, a good friend from California. Hello Eterniaboy, thanks for tagging me, mate. Absolutely awesome, great YouTuber, awesome channel, and a really nice bloke. Okay, now I've got 5 questions, and question number 1: what is your favourite game system? As I'm sure you're all aware, and obviously my screen name shows what my favourite system is, but it is the Super Nintendo. Specifically for me, the US Super Nintendo. I love the American Super Nintendo. I love the design of the console. I love the joypads. I just think it's badass. I love the big purple buttons as well. And SNES have got so many great games. You know, be it Mario World, Mario Kart, Mario All Stars, Castlevania, Contra, F-Zero, Street Fighter 2, Killer Instinct, Zelda, Star Fox, Pop and Trimby, Parodius. You know, the list just goes on and on and on of how many fantastic titles are on, how many different titles from different genres. There's a really good library of games for like every taste, and yeah, the Super Nintendo is the king in my opinion. Also opened the greatest era of gaming, the 16-bit era, which is by far the best. I do have to say that I've got I know you're only supposed to pick one console, but I'm going to have to pick one more as well, and that would be the Microsoft Xbox. This console is just genius. It came at an amazing time because the PS2 was obviously the big baddie at the time. The Dreamcast had died. The PS2 had come out and was basically dominant because everyone was, including myself, was hooked on PlayStation, and we all expected the PS2 to be something special. And then Microsoft threw its hat in the ring with the Xbox out of the blue, and it was like, Microsoft making a games console? Come on. But no, it was brilliant, and when it just came out, and it absolutely killed it in my opinion. I think the machine's excellent, far superior to the PS2. It's better than the GameCube as well. In my opinion, in the last generation, I always put Xbox at the top, GameCube in the middle, and PS2 at the bottom. From a technical standpoint, I'm not talking about games here. Just on the consoles alone, the Xbox is the daddy. But it's just got a stunning array of games. And like I said, any console can come out with like Halo, Dead or Alive 3, Rally Sport Challenge, all on day one. You know you've got a good console. When I fired up Halo, whew, I knew this system was worth the money. So absolutely awesome. So the Super Nintendo and the Xbox are going to be my choice, because I can't really decide between the two. If I was really pushed, it probably would be the Super Nintendo, but no, I'm going to have a tie. Alright, question number 2. What is your favourite game series? Now, as I'm sure a lot of my long-term subs will know, I'm a massive fan of Score and Beat 'em Ups, in particular the Final Fight series. So I mean, all this will be new information from my new subs, I'm sure, because I don't expect you to watch all my 155 vids or something I got up. But anyway, Final Fight 1, we were linked attached for this US Super Nintendo. Absolutely brilliant game. I love Score and Beat 'em Ups, favourite retro genre for me. Simplistic fun from Capcom, great graphics, great gameplay, fantastic iconic characters in Guy, Cody and Hager. It's just awesome game. I also have Final Fight 2, which is also boxed and complete. This one in particular took me a while to get because it's just really difficult to track a mint condition. Well, this is pretty much near and close to new as I can get, and it took me ages to find one. Most of the time the American sellers wouldn't send them outside the US, so I had to actually ask this seller a couple of times in order to get her to send it me, and I was so chuffed. It isn't the greatest Final Fight, but it's still pretty decent. Then I've got Final Fight 3 on loose cart. It's in really shitty shape. The label's all rough on the top. There's a barcode on the back. It's crap. I mean, the connectors are dirty as hell. I've cleaned them, but they're still not ideal. But yeah, I mean, that came free with a US SNES I bought a few months back. So you know, it's a good freebie. I mean, it's about $40 for the cart, and you know, box ones are anything from like 100 to 250. So it's well worth having in my collection. Eventually, I want to get a box collection, but a mint condition box, complete one. But I mean, that's a long way down the road yet. I can't afford that, but I will get one. I also have really shit game, Final Fight Streetwise for the Xbox. Now, if you've got an Xbox or a PS2, I highly recommend picking it up just to play, because it's cheap and it is absolutely terrible. But it's so terrible you just have to play it to see how bad it is. If you're a Final Fight fan, you have to play this game. It's bloody awful. Graphically, it's average. The story is just stupid. It's 3D. It's just a complete mess. They went the completely wrong route. Instead of making a modern day 3D version of Final Fight and leaving it at that, they had to wreck it with a completely weird concept. It's crap. but I've got it, as I say, because I wanted to see if it was as bad as everyone said. There's two other series which I'm a big massive fan of as well, which I'll just go through. One is obviously Street Fighter 2, classic game, absolute classic. For me, the ultimate in fighting games. There's nothing that can touch Street Fighter 2. To this day, this particular Super Nintendo version, it's now, like, I think it's came out 91, 90, so you're talking 18, 19 years. And this game is still brilliant. It still looks great, sounds great, plays great. It's still iconic. It's an awesome game. I also have, of course, my favourite, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and I also have Super Street Fighter 2, which I'm not that keen on. Graphically, it's the best of the three, but unfortunately, the music sounds weird, and the sound effects are really crap. There's no crunch when you hit hard punch and kick, so it's pretty weak. Obviously, I've got those three, but I need to get Alpha 2, which I know Back Forward Punch was showing the other day. He's got a copy. I need that to complete the quadrilogy for the SNES, which I really want to get, because I actually really like Alpha 2. And I agree with Back Forward Punch that it is slow as hell, and it just drags and sticks when you're starting the game for fights. I don't understand that. But the actual core gameplay is brilliant, and the graphics look gorgeous. And one other series that I really enjoy has got to be the Super Mario series. From number 1 to number 2 through to number 3, this game just gets better and better every time. And I'm talking about Super Mario Brothers series, not any of the spin-offs like Mario Kart, Mario Paint, RPG, or any of that, just the pure Mario platformers. They're just brilliant. I mean, you have these three games which evolved dramatically from 1 to 3, graphically, audibly, the animations, the new suits, all the new ideas they kept throwing were just brilliant. And then they went and topped it off with Super Mario World on the SNES, which was just even better. And I'm always tied between Mario World and Mario 3, so which one's my favourite. But yeah, absolutely excellent. And of course you've got Mario 64 when he hit the Mario into 3D, which was just stunning and still is. Looks brilliant, sounds brilliant, plays amazingly well. Superb game. And then on the GameCube you've got Mario Sunshine, which I love. A lot of people don't. It's up into a bit of a hit or miss. Some love, some hate. I love it. And then you've got Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 on the Wii. I'm not sure if Galaxy 2 is out or not, I don't know, because I haven't got a Wii. So I've not played those yet, but I will eventually when I eventually buy a Wii. I do want to pick a Wii up now, unfortunately. I hate to say I want to pick up a Wii because I've never really been a big fan of the Wii. But after seeing Creeboy 411's gameplay of New Super Mario Bros. Wii and everyone else like Dog in My Lens and Radio 3, they're all picking it up, and it just looks. Oh, and Steps to Death picked it up as well, and it just looks like a really great game. So I think it's worth owning the Wii just for that, and I can play light gun games. So yeah, that's my favourite series: the Final Fight series, the Street Fighter series, and the Mario series. Okay, question number 3 is, what is your favourite RPG? Now, for any of my new subs, you may or may not be aware. I don't know how many videos you've seen of mine, but I'm not an RPG player. I don't understand RPGs. I don't have the patience really to sit there, level up characters, cast spells, enhance things. I can't be bothered. I like proper games. I'm like Xbox 2708. I like to get stuck in and have some fun, whether it be a shooter, a platformer, a beat 'em up, whatever. I just want to enjoy the game. I just can't get to grips with RPGs, and RTS the same. RTS I really don't understand at all. So I'd have to pass that question, I'm afraid. Question number 4 is, what is your favourite game music? Now, like Eterniaboy, there's a lot of different soundtracks that really stick with me on games. Same as Eterniaboy, I really like the Halo soundtrack. I think that's brilliant. But another soundtrack that really sticks with me over the years has got to be Street Fighter 2. I think everybody of a certain age, you talk to them about Street Fighter 2 and straight away, the first thing you'll probably hear from them is things like Japan or China or Thailand. It's just iconic speech. It's really funny. I can't beat. I love it. And like USSR, it's just the best. And you've got the soundtrack for every character. Each character has their own individual level music, and I think everybody who plays games, has played Street Fighter, just knows every song for every character. It's just absolutely classic, brilliant. Right guys, just coming up to the end of 10 minutes, so I'm going to call it a day here, and please come back for part 2, and I'll see you shortly.